Hey everyone, Tin Man here, back with some more Dota Underlords up in Lord of Whitespire. Let's see what we're starting off with here. So, like Ogre Magi quite a bit, he's a lot better nowadays now that his ability casts without any mana requirements. You can't actually like tell from just the description, but he does just cast it right off the bat and then every 5 seconds afterwards. It actually makes him really good with Octarine Essence, the tier 3 item that reduces cooldowns by 50%. Because he doesn't need that mana requirement, he'll just constantly be casting, and your just entire team gets this big buff, Bloodlust. Really good if you get him up to 3 stars even. And I've also been kind of taking a liking to Big Time Contract as an item that is really strong in the current meta. And you like basically if you get 1 or 2 big time contracts, you can just run like a Bloodbound kind of build with a bunch of Ogre Magis and Warlocks, and then just like a single Arc Warden in the backline, and then that Arc Warden just gets to go crazy. I'll pick up, I think Queen of Pain is probably the best standalone here. I like have half a mind to sell off the Ogre Magi for a Razor, just because Razor and Queen of Pain kind of synergize, because you want to get mages for the magic damage increase. But I think Ogre Magi is a good enough standalone unit that I'm not that I won't take that. I'll just stick with Ogre. He is also a mage, but he doesn't deal like magic damage like Razor does, so they kind of are opposites there. I'll pick up Embarrassment of Riches. I think that's just kind of going based off my tier list on the tier 1 items. If you haven't checked out my tier list video, make sure you check that out on the item guide. Posted that a few days back. I'll pick up Queen of Pain. Pair of those, always good. And I'm not really thrilled about any of these options. I guess the highest upside one is probably Bloodseeker. Based on our current build, like we would just run a 2-star Bloodseeker, would just be a good unit. I mean, he's nothing wrong with a 2-star Bloodseeker. He can carry a lot of fights in the early game, even if you don't really stick with him until the late game. He's also an assassin, if you want to go towards like 6 or 9 assassin build. I actually think like 9 assassins are a little bit better than I used to give them credit for. I think they're actually somewhat decent. Ooh, not a lot good here. I think I'm actually going to take Claymore just because I already have a defensive item. And Claymore actually goes really well into Bloodseeker, and it scales well with the demons. Although I know I would typically put the Heart of Defiance a little bit higher on my tier list. I think because we have demons, the Claymore gets a little bit more value because the demon passive gets to kind of double dip, and this, instead of giving 30 damage, it's 30 real damage plus 15 pure damage because the Demon Alliance. Pick up the second Bloodseeker, and then what? I don't know. Let's take a quick scouting. There's a couple people on Primordials here, one person on Brawny, one person on like Summons. Ooh, almost won that. I haven't really picked up Knights yet, so I'll pick up Chaos Knight. I know Chaos Knight doesn't play well with Queen of Pain because they're both demons and you don't want to play both. But I still think Chaos Knight has good upside if we do manage to get it together. Get some Knights together. A lot more demons than another Terrorblade. I guess the first Terrorblade. I think I'm going to pick up these Primordials because I think they go well with what we're kind of looking at right now. And I'm actually just going to use our free reroll right away. There's a Slark. Okay, so I'm going to pick up Slark and get up to 3 assassins here. I wasn't like thrilled about putting in a 1-star Bloodseeker as my 3rd assassin, but Slark is just so much better. So I'm pretty happy to put in a 2-star Slark, or a 1-star Slark here. In addition, I kind of want to pick up Tiny if we're going to kind of go towards this like Primordial build. Like Primordial Assassins is a really strong build right now, so I don't need to sell off anything to buy that because we won the round. If I lost the round, I would sell off the Chaos Knight. The Witch Doctors are really good into Knights builds, but we're kind of trending more towards like an Assassin or a Primordial, or both Primordial Assassins. So I'm not really thrilled about trying to pick up Witch Doctor. That would require me selling off some other units. There's a Phantom Assassin and an Ogre. Oh, and a Bounty Hunter. This is just a lot of assassins. We'll have 5 assassins already. That would be pretty decent. I don't know if I really want to go up to like a 9 assassins build, but I could give it a shot. We ideally want to have some 2-star assassins before we really commit to that. But in any case, I'll just pick these up. Pick up the Bounty Hunter here after after the round. And I really want to sell off for interest next turn, because I think I'm buying a whole lot of units, but I want to make sure we're actually progressing our economy and actually starting to build up some gold here. So I'm like not super thrilled about keeping on Chaos Knight, because it seems like the knights aren't really coming. So we're gonna get what, 5 more gold, so we need to sell off 4 gold was worth. So that would essentially just be like the Primordials and the Chaos Knight, right? If we wanted to go that route, we wanted to like go full assassins here. Yeah, I'm down to give it a shot. Let's ditch Razor and Tiny here, just for the moment. It's not a huge loss if we do decide to go back into a Primordial Assassin build, or if we just want to stay with a 3 or 6 assassin type build, or 9 assassins. And we can even pick up a Razor. So really, we just lost a couple units there. But we basically profited since we got the interest, so I think that's worthwhile. And just rearrange my bench so I get a bit better visual on what I have. Everything on the left here I have pairs of, and everything on the right I do not. So I just want to make sure I'm visually aware of how this is shaping up. Nothing that I really want here that goes towards either strategy, so we're just going to use our free reroll right away. There's a Tiny and a Bounty Hunter. Unfortunately, they don't complete any upgrades, so we'll just buy them after the round's over, using the board to store, and then either we get combinations or we decide to move in one direction or another. Scouting around the board, really no one else has assassins of any sort. There's like one person who has like a Morphling, or 2 people that have a Morphling. Not overly concerned about that. Really no other Queen of Pains have been picked up, no Slarks, no Phantom Assassins either. So this build seems kind of available, a mostly assassin build. I don't exactly know how strong it is in the current meta, or against what we're up against here, but we can find out. There's a Queen of Pain, that's a really big one. Really big upgrade. Probably want to put in a Phantom Assassin here, and then 3, 4, 5. You know what? Let's try this assassin build. Let's get rid of these excess primordials. Hopefully we get interest here if we win. I think we have a good shot of winning now that we got the 2-star Queen of Pain. That's a really big upgrade. And then we can buy Viper and then use our free reroll here. Oh, that's a big Ogre Magi. But you know what counters big time contract type builds or Bloodbound builds? Slark. Slark is a really big counter against them because, he gets the disarm. They like put all their eggs in one basket, but then they don't have any defensive capabilities really. And then Slark just gets to disarm them and just go crazy. So I don't need to use my free reroll just yet. I can wait till the shop refreshes and get more things to potentially blacklist. So there's a Bloodseeker. That's a pretty good upgrade. Put that in over Morphling, I guess. And then give him the Claymore. Because although Demon is good for attack damage, Bloodseeker is going to have a lot more attack speed based on his Blood Rage effect. And he really wants to get the kills, so if you give him more damage, there's a higher chance of him actually getting those kills. Whereas Queen of Pain, a lot of her value is, she has pretty high auto attack damage, but then also her Scream does a lot of the damage. Alright, nothing else we really want here. So I'm gonna hold off on rerolling because I want a shop that like has 5 units that I just don't want at all. And then we can blacklist all of them and get the reroll. Whereas right now we'd probably get a pretty good shot of getting another 1-cost unit here, but I'm really looking for these 3-cost units to upgrade, more so than 1 cost. There's a big time contract and a Gloves of Haste. I think big time contract's just definitely much better for what we're trying to do. Not only do we have the Bloodbound right now, but we may, I don't know if we're going to keep him in forever. There's an Ogre Magi. It would potentially cost me interest if we lose the fight. But I think we're good enough to win the fight here. So we'll put that on him. And I think big time contract's a little bit safer to put on Queen of Pain. It's probably pretty good on Queen of Pain or Bloodseeker here because there are 2-star units. But Queen of Pain is more than likely going to survive long enough. Like, it's possible Bloodseeker just like dies before Ogre Magi does. And that would not necessarily be good because Ogre Magi would then be pretty low on life and then he wouldn't get a ton of value. Or we just don't lose anybody and just win like that. So that could happen too. Sweet. It doesn't really hurt to buy these up. We'll probably just sell them off here in a moment. Just reduces the pool of other 1, 2, and 3 cost units. Hopefully more Slarks and Phantom Assassins for us. Let's take another look. Has anyone else picked up like Phantom Assassins? No. Slarks? No. Queen of Pains? No. Okay, things are looking pretty decent here. So this is the pack that has like nothing at all that I want. So I'm going to use my free reroll now because it blacklists all of those units. And we still didn't get anything, so that's not great, but whatever. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could get up to 38. That's not enough to grab interest even with a win. So we'll just sit here on 30 gold.
Victory is assured.
Somebody here has Arc Ward with a big time contract. Uh-oh. That's not ideal. But we do have a Slark, so that's probably pretty good. Okay, we got this. We got a tie. Okay, we don't got this. I thought we had the win there. I really did. Nope, we tied. But that's the power of Arc Warden. Arc Warden and Big Time Contract is a very good combination. They also even have the Summoning Stone. All right, this person's on a path to like probably win the game. It's gonna be a strong build. Okay, so I don't need. We're not gonna play Terrorblade obviously because we have the Queen of Pain. I'm gonna get more Queen of Pains.
Horrors I can show you.
Or actually, I don't even want these Beastmasters. I'd rather just level up here and throw in another Queen of Pain. And hopefully we win to grab interest again. I think we're still pretty strong to win. Maybe not. We'll see. Now we're pretty good. Bloodseeker's just doing so much work. Look at this Bloodseeker. How many kills did he get? 5 kills. Nice. Bloodseeker is so good. Early game. Late game, he starts to fall off a little bit. Get a little bit weaker in the later game. Whenever he's not going to get those kills quite as easily. But if we can get him up to 3-star, he's still pretty strong. You're just going to hope we win again? Yeah, sure. Because we're 1 away. I'm not going to sell off anything at this point, I don't think. Just hope we win again, grab another point of interest. And things are looking good so far. Somebody's disconnected. I hope they come back. Oh, we're against the disconnected player. Okay, I hope they don't come back. At least not during this fight. Oh, Queen Pain died before she got her scream off. That's not great. But our second Queen of Pain got her Bloodbound buff, and that was pretty strong. Alright, sweet. Pick up the Warlock just in case we end up going away from Assassins and more towards, well, kind of the similar build that what Dragonwater here is going towards is like an Arc Warden plus Big Time Contract, plus just as many Bloodbound as you can throw in there. I think that's a pretty strong build. Nothing here that really goes towards that. I guess like Alchemist and Shadow Fiend are like, just hold on to them because they're Warlocks. And it doesn't hurt anything to hold on to here. Alright, up against a creep round. Hoping for a second Big Time Contract or Mask of Madness. Those are probably the two biggest pickups here we could get on round 15. And of course we're still looking for upgrades to our Viper, Morphling, Bounty Hunter, and friends. A lot of people are grabbing, or no, only one person's really grabbing Morphling. Alright, what do we get? Come on, Mask of Madness. Or Big Time Contract. Or both. I think I'd probably pick Mask of Madness over Big Time Contract here. I get none of the above. Wonderful. These are actually like all really bad at this point in the game. I guess I pick Vanguard, but I'm not happy about it. Ugh. It's not good. That was like the worst. Because Smuggler kind of falls off in value past round 10. Then, like, Vanguard is just not the greatest item. I guess it's okay for Assassins jumping in because it could potentially keep them alive a bit longer. We don't really want Ogre Matter to stay alive much longer. Kind of want him to die. So it's like, obviously Blade Mail is not really good for what we're trying to do here. And then we just get crushed, yeah. That's alright, we're gonna level up here. No, this is the undefeated, or the win streaking person. So that's acceptable, I guess. Especially because of the fact we still running a bunch of 1-stars and they really aren't running any 1-stars other than 1-star Warlock, who you kind of want to run at 1-star, just so it dies quickly. Still in a healthy second place here. Getting maximum interest. Oh, good. These are free reroll. There's an Arc Warden. You know, I kind of like the idea of Arc Warden here. And then I'm gonna throw in. I'm gonna do something like this. So now we've got 2 Bloodbound to die right off the bat. We've got our Arc Warden who's got the Big Time Contract, so he gets to go crazy in the back line. And there's also a Sand King. I don't think we're gonna play Shadow Fiend. I might play Sand King though. Alright, how big is this guy getting? 300 damage per hit? That's pretty good. It's not enough. Oh no! Axe Taunt! Axe Taunt prevented me from killing off that Beastmaster. It's unfortunate. Ooh, took 9. Eee. A little bit more than I'd wanted. Actually, how many assassins do I have? I can afford to like cut an assassin here. Let's use the reroll. There's a Bounty Hunter. So I think Bounty Hunter 2-star is just going to be better than this Slark at this point. I was actually thinking of just like cutting Phantom Assassin here for another Warlock. Is this reasonable? I think this is reasonable. We're like halfway between this like 9 Assassins build and a Bloodbound build. Having Witchstalker is pretty important for a Bloodbound build as well. You kind of want to have like four Warlocks to keep like Arc Warden really healthy. And unfortunately they targeted the correct Arc Warden and prevented me from creating new clones. Close fight. Gonna get some free rerolls out of this. I want to buy that Viper just in case we still want to go Assassins. There's really not anybody else picking up like Assassins in any numbers really, other than the Primordial Assassins down here. So it's still possible we just, get to run Assassins. Alright, let's use handful of rerolls here.
Training continues.
There's a Sand King as well. You know what? I'm gonna try Assassins. More so than this Bloodbound build, I think. I'm kind of curious. I think Bloodbound builds are good right now, and we do have, you know, a reasonable start to it. But we also have a lot of Assassins here. So, and we've kind of been losing ever since we put in this Bloodbound build, so I don't know if it's really all that great. Yeah, we've been losing actually a lot since this happened. So, maybe we should try something else. So, can I get up to 6 Assassins here? I think I can, yeah. 6 Assassins plus the Ogre Magi. That's probably correct. Let's do that. Can throw this out on the Queen of Pain still to keep the Bloodbound buff. And then let's use some rerolls here. It's a creep round, so I think we beat this creep round pretty easily because Slark Disarm is really strong. Whoever we kill, Slark just jumps and then they're disabled. See? Easy. We probably actually want Sand King closer to the front. He probably wants to take initial aggro and die as quickly as possible. Bracers. Oh, there's also an Octarine Essence, which I kind of said was good on Ogre Magi, but I think Bracers of Desperation on a Sand King is going to be a bit better. Getting a second stun off, it's going to be pretty impactful. There's a Templar Assassin. That's pretty sweet. I think I actually I level up to 8 to put that in.
I believe it is the wise path.
And then I actually might reroll a couple times here because I can't grab interest. I was at 47, and I just really wanted to find an upgrade or so, or two. Found the Slark. That's pretty good. Uh-oh. This is the Bloodbound build. Luckily, we've got the jump on the real Arc Warden, so we just take care of that pretty easily. Like I said, Slark is a pretty hard counter to these types of builds. And actually, I kind of scout out there's like 2 or 3 people going for this type of build right now. 1, 2. Stop moving around. I guess it's just 2 people going for this type of build at the moment. But when I see that there's a couple people in the lobby doing a certain strategy and I have a counter strategy, then I'm pretty happy with that. It gives me a bit more incentive to go for that strategy that I know counters them. Alright, just trying to see. We're still missing 2 stars on all these units, and then we're not missing any assassins, so we just need levels. We need 1 more level to get up to 9 assassins, so I think I want to save up a little bit. There's actually a couple people going for this big time contract build. More than just the Arc Warden. I was just looking for Arc Warden in my like scouting. But apparently, how many big time contracts? 1, 2. Oh, that's us. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 opponents are doing big time contract builds. So I think Slark is a pretty good counter to them. Same with Assassins, because like I said, they have no defensive capabilities. They're just relying on out damaging you, and if you just get a good crit, it just takes care of it right away. Plus your units are kind of immune while they're jumping. Like they can't be targeted while they're jumping. So that like the auto attacks, generally the Assassins are going to jump and then land and get the first attack in before a person with a big big time contract buff gets to do their attacks. Especially ones like Morphling, who just disappears. He like just phases out of the game for a second. Where somebody like Slark physically jumps, but like Morphling just disappears and then reappears over here. And so like he obviously can't be targeted during that moment. That makes him really strong against those those type of builds. I still kind of want to keep Ogre Magi in this build eventually, if we ever get up to level 10, just to keep the big time contract buff. But I think once we get to level 9, we're just going to want the 9 assassins, obviously. I think we're going to do that in around 26. So we're just going to like save our gold and level up here. And then on round 25 we'd be efficient to level up, but it's a creep round so we don't need to. And then on round 26 we'll level up to 9. Oh god, somebody got a 3-star Beastmaster. Wonderful. That's not actually very good against the assassins. It's a lot better against the primordial builds that are out there. They get to rack up a lot of free kills against the Eidolons and whatnot. Knights. This Knight's build doesn't look very good at the moment. They seem a little bit behind on levels on some things, and they don't have a Mask of Madness on Luna. I say that and we're still going to lose, but, you know. It didn't look overly scary. It's not like they have 3 stars on Luna or Chaos Knight or anything just yet. Or 2-star Dragon Knight. But I guess they do just have the full 6 Knights, 2 Warlocks, 2 Trolls kind of deal, so that's pretty strong. Oh, they have a Fall from Grace. That's why we melted so quickly. Yeah, that kind of puts them a bit above, I guess. That's what I get for trash talking an opponent's build right at the start. Creep around here. All our guys are just going to jump, so it doesn't really matter where I put them. Yeah, our guys got melted. And Luna still dealt tons of damage. Slark did actual 0 that last fight. I don't know how that happened. I really don't know how Slark did actual 0 damage. What could he have got stunned by that he couldn't have got a single auto attack off? I don't know. Oh well. So we level up. This lets us put in the full assassins here. So now we get the pocket sand effect, or the old what used to be called the pocket sand effect, where when they jump they get to blind the targets upon landing. We still are trying to find 2 stars on Viper, Sand King, and Templar Assassin, as well as just 3 stars on everything. No attack damage? You gotta be, or attack speed rather. Alright, Refresh Orb is still pretty good on like Morphling to get 2 casts off, and then we'll put armor on Slark, I guess. I don't know.
We just need to find them.
Okay, so we're finding some upgrades here. A lot of upgrades actually. We'll wait. I'll wait to buy those 2 Queen of Pains till interest locks in. I don't want to drop below 30 here. These are some good upgrades though. Pretty happy with that. Alright, buy the Queen of Pains. Queens of Pain. And then yeah, I think our 10th unit, would it be Ogre? If we get a 3-star Ogre, it would make sense. Oh god. That's a 3-star Warlock with Mask of Madness? Okay, I don't know if we beat that. we're gonna need Slark to land right on that one. I was really confused as to why. I saw that they got the 3-star Warlock earlier, and I'm like, why would you get a 3-star Warlock? Isn't it better to just have a bunch of 1-stars out there to die quickly? Well, they sure showed me wrong. I'm not really interested in Bloodseeker. Ooh, Tidehunter? Tidehunter is going to be a better option than Ogre Magi for an extra unit. Just because it gets us the scaled buff.
Do I have to do
I sold off that Bounty Hunter because I want to get right next to an interest threshold, so if we win we actually get to collect the more interest. I think that's more important. This 3-star Beastmaster with a Battle Fury. Alright, we're not going to beat that. Oh boy. There are some strong builds out there. I thought our 9 assassins was gonna like be a good power spike for us. No, we've just lost every round since. So I don't really know how to take that. Other than, I guess we still need to find, like, we need to find some assassins to 3 stars, I guess. Because everyone else has 3 stars. Except Dragon Water. And the Knights. Knights don't really get 3 stars. Not as quickly, at least, as everybody else. Alright, get a roll. Alright, we get 2 star on everybody.
They will regret opposing us.
So that's pretty good. Don't really need Troll Warlord. Don't really want Sand Kings. But I think I might just sit here on this interest point at 20 gold. I don't know if it's worth going much further down.
I will not die so far from the temple steps.
Maelstrom. Okay, we can beat a Maelstrom Arc Warden. That's not a big problem. Oh, but we can't actually beat the rest of their build. The 2-star or the 3-star Morphling is pretty good. Okay. This build seems weaker than I thought it would be. I really thought 9 Assassins was stronger than this. Getting that that blind effect when they land. They should get like a good initial burst on everyone. But now apparently not. I don't actually know if I can even get to Tidehunter now that I'm looking at it. Cause like I might just die next turn. Yeah, I shouldn't have bought this Tidehunter. That cost me a lot of gold actually. I can't get to that point. I'm just gonna be dead like in a turn or two. Or now. Hope I'm not dead now. Please don't kill me, 3-star Beastmaster. Oh, this isn't the same 3-star Beastmaster. The other one had like 60 kills with the Battle Fury. This one is not nearly as scary. Okay. Whew. Dodge that one. What happened to the one with Battle Fury? Oh, they got eliminated. The one with the Battle Fury 3-star Beastmaster already got eliminated. Oh. Okay. That was kind of unexpected. I don't think we're ever going to get up to 45 gold is what we're going to need to get that level up to put that Tidehunter in. I just shouldn't have bought the Tidehunter. It just cost me a bunch of gold there. I just need to reroll for 3 stars on these units that we already have. That's pretty much where we have to be. And look at the kind of texture of the game here. There's one person who's like still undefeated. One person at 42 with full economy. Like they're going to do pretty well. This is probably the top 2 for sure. And then we're just like hoping to get top 3 because everybody else is really close. So I think we have a reasonable shot at top 3. We do need to kind of outlast these other couple people. Whereas like if we weren't so low on life total and if it wasn't like so ridiculously close between all these players, it may make more sense to play that greedy style and try to get up to level 10. We can't even beat these guys? The Thunderhides, really? Okay. I don't like any of these options. Where's my Mask of Madness? If we had a Mask of Madness for the Slark, it'd be so much better. I don't know if another Bracers of Desperation is actually good for us. Like, who does it even go on? I'm not sure. I guess it could go on Viper.
I've been waiting. I'm ready to fight for you.
Alright, we're going to solve Slarks here because we need this Phantom Assassin, and I guess it goes on Viper? Maybe it could go on Queen of Pain. Uh-oh. I was hoping we could go against somebody who's lower ranked than us so we could actually, you know, beat them pretty easily. At least I would hope it would be easily. Nope. Not gonna win this one. Is that enough to eliminate us? I think it is. Oh yeah, definitely. Ah, that's rough. I don't know. I really thought Assassins were gonna be a good counter to these Primordial builds, or these like big time contract builds. Apparently not. It also didn't help that we did not have 3-star Assassins. We were really close to a lot of them. We were one away from Queen of Pain, one away from Viper, one away from Phantom Assassin. So that's pretty unfortunate. But anyway, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.